Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Schumacher. I am practically imperfect in every single way. This community seeks to help each other love our families practically and imperfectly. I am just finishing up getting ready. I actually have a dentist appointment and I thought I would hop on and talk to you guys for a minute. Why not double my efforts? I like to kind of socialize while I get ready. I've had something on my heart that I don't believe I've shared enough. And I shared it on my Instagram, but maybe you guys don't all follow me on Instagram. And I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it because I do have to get to the dentist. I'm not going to wait for people to get on, but for those of you who are watching the playback, go ahead and fast forward to, I guess, right now. I don't know. Hello, and if you wouldn't mind, before I get into the content of the video, which is going to be how to be prepared here in the next couple months, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up and subscribing and sharing the video to someone that you think it would be helpful to, let's see, pardon me while I keep, it's just my phone, so I have a tripod sitting on my makeup table. So you guys, I think I should change the title of this video to be a little more sexy, and that is toxic minimalism. Now, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I love minimalism. The less you have, especially if you're someone who has struggled with chronic pain in the past, the less you have, the less you need to clean. But I kid you not, and I don't know if I'll mention her name. I don't think I need to. I saw a minimalism video put up this past week by a channel I typically like to watch, and she encouraged you to be minimalist even in your pantry. Now, I don't know if she doesn't know what's going on and how literally grocery stores have burnt down, and in other countries who've had the lockdowns longer than us, there has literally been a hunger crisis. I don't know if she doesn't know what's going on. I don't know. But to put it quite frankly, that was the stupidest thing I'd heard in a while. And I just want to encourage you guys. I have done this before. I have gotten an idea that was good and I've taken it too far. Right now is not the time to just have the week's worth of groceries in your pantry. Anybody who has paid attention to what's going on should know that we really don't know what tomorrow brings. We don't know what's going to happen with the elections. On top of that, there's always it's not the if, it's the when God brings weird weather to your area. My husband's grandma lives in Iowa, and they had what Shannon, I so agree. Stock up, people. Yeah. And if you guys want to leave ideas of what people can stock up on, I pretty much always say, you know, obviously things your family can eat, but I think beans and rice is just for the average person who doesn't have like a ton of extra money to get prepped pretty fast. You could get beans and rice and you would be okay. You know, your family wouldn't starve. I do suggest canned, even though, you know, those metal cans are not good for you. But having those on hand, now if you know how to can, like with jars, that's the best. Squash is great too because they don't need to be in cold storage. And that is true. Squash lasts a long time. Like we're still getting some in our garden, actually. The other thing you want to be careful about is, I mean, we all have the budget we have. You obviously know that my family is not rich. We are, you know, I'm a homeschool mother. We have one car and we make a lot of sacrifices to make that happen. We all have our different budgets, but I highly suggest being careful who you show your preparation to. Like, I hate to say it, I just know from personal experience, there are people in your life who aren't needy, but they, how do I say? I don't want to be rude, There is a story in the Bible where this king has some visitors come and he shows them all his preparations. And then he leaves and the prophet tells him, gosh, that was stupid. He didn't say gosh. I shouldn't say gosh either. Sorry, guys. Pardon my French. The prophet comes to him and says, that was stupid. Why would you show your private armory and your preparations and your food storage to outsiders? And that's something to be careful of as well. Yes, be prepared. Beans, rice, whatever your family can afford. Squash is a good one. What your family really eats. Peanut butter. Things that are easily prepared in case the electricity goes out. But also be careful who you show those preparations to, because there will be people in your life who will try to take advantage. Right in, I am probably like overly prepared because in Idaho, I'm going to just be naive and say I think Idaho is going to continue on with our low crime rate and we're going to be okay. But I don't think anyone in Wisconsin thought that they would have the problems that they're having. And they have them. And all that has to happen is one bad thing that makes people groups think it's okay to like loot and riot. One bad thing can happen and a hurting group of people will make a bad choice. And it doesn't make, two wrongs don't make a right, but it happens. So, not trying to be political with this channel. I've never tried to be political. I don't care who you're voting for. It does not change my opinion of you at all. Like, you're welcome here no matter who you're voting for, no matter your political persuasion, religion, sexual orientation. But I'm just not going to hide who I am. And I have seen a lot of hatred going around both ways for people sharing who they are, and that's unfortunate. Right now, I have seen some things locally that I just don't, in my conscience, think it's right for me to be quiet about what I believe at this moment. Hello, Amy. Yeah, I just don't think it's right for me to be quiet about what I believe right now. Now, does that mean I hate you if you believe opposite of me? It's no secret I'm a conservative person. It's also no secret that I think a lot of conservatives are lying, evil snakes, rhinos. So whoever you're voting for, I don't care. It really doesn't affect me that much. To be honest, I hope no Trump lovers hate me for this. I'm not sure who I'm voting for. I'm not a big fan of either candidate. Whoever wins, I don't think it's going to affect me one way or the other. I've learned more than ever that who is local is what matters. I really think that I attended our special legislation here a couple months ago, and I'm going to do my best to attend legislation in Idaho every single year. The next one is in January, because I went this year and it mattered, and I saw the people testifying and how that mattered and how local matters. I vote whoever is against abortion. Yeah, Amy, that's what we all try to do. As Christians, that's what we all try to do. I'm certainly not voting for Biden. That's for sure. What I have found, unfortunately, is that no matter what president it is, who you vote for locally actually saves more babies than who you vote for as president. And going to legislative session in your area, you find out the conservatives that actually love babies, and you find out the conservatives that are lying snakes, and not to vote for them next time. And yeah, it's very, very complicated, and I was a lot more naive than I realized before this year. My face looks pretty pale and bad, even though I have a full face of makeup on. I have eyeshadow and neutral lips because I'm going to the dentist. I don't see the point in doing bold lip. It's just going to be gone. If you guys have any suggestions for what I can do for my poor, ugly face, that would be great. Try to look my best because I am going to the dentist and I am not going to wear a mask. And I I'm going to the dentist in Boise, which is, they're pretty strict about masks over there. I haven't worn a mask once. Thank you, Amy. I don't plan on it, and if I'm asked to, I have, in my experience, when you look your best, you're treated better. And a lot of times I just let myself leave the house looking like whatever, messy bun. But today I want to give myself the best chance. And if they, I mean, if they make me wear a mask to go to the dentist office, that's ridiculous. You're literally going to sit there like this. So to wear a mask from the door to the dentist chair, like, I'm not going to do it. If they ask me to leave, I'll be polite and I will leave. And for those of you who follow me who do wear a mask, I love you. And I believe that you are wearing a mask in order to love others the best of your ability. I'm just going to assume that, and I hope that you assume that of me. I'm going to not wear a mask to love others to the best of my ability, because so many of my friends were forced out of California because of the vaccine mandates in California. They were forced out. And to them, they see this as another medical freedom thing that is just a power play to force more vaccines. Even if they've seen their child get injured, even if they have a religious reason, like I do, a lot of vaccines like the MMR and the chickenpox vaccine actually have aborted fetal cells in them as an ingredient. And so for me, there's a religious problem there. Even though I've already been vaccinated, I've already partially vaccinated my children, I didn't know that. And now that I know that, it's not even hidden information. I see this as a power play to start mandating vaccines. So, oh, you know, if they can get you to wear a mask, which is, it's a violation of your medical freedom, it's a medical choice, and everybody complies with that, then the next step would be, okay, well, now you can come back to school when you've taken the COVID vaccine. And I personally, out of my love for murdered babies, it's my love for others to not wear the mask, just like it is your love for others to wear the mask. We all have to follow our own conscience. And if I get one more message from someone telling me I don't love others because I don't wear a mask and haven't worn a mask, this is what I'll do. This is basically what I'll do. I've received so many messages, I can't even tell you, from friends or acquaintances or family members that I don't love others. And that's pretty assumptive. So I have historically tried very hard to keep this channel like about motherhood, cleaning, womanhood, that kind of thing. And just to keep it pretty positive for you guys. And honestly, like, if we differ politically, it's fine. I'm not going to roll into your DMs and tell you you don't love people because you have a different view than me, especially on something that is like nowhere in the Bible. Like, there's nowhere in the Bible that says you have to wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask. There are things in the Bible that say don't kill babies. And so that's like honestly what I feel like I'm doing. So my friend, and I have friends who really can't wear a mask because of different medical reasons, and no one believes them except for maybe their personal doctor. And they're still getting kicked out of places and discriminated against. I don't wear a mask because I stand with them, okay? So I hope you guys can understand that. And I do want to provide videos like, you guys, my last video, not political at all, the best video I've ever made. It's a cleaning video to encourage us all to, you know, my dad just died a couple months ago. When you're sad or you're going through a pandemic or you're lonely or whatever, it can be really, really hard to motivate yourself to take care of your family the way you want to. So I highly encourage you to go watch that video. And I do want to try my best to provide encouragement that way. Like, you can't always talk about politics all the time. But at the same time, I'm not going to be hiding who I am. And if that loses followers, okay, it's not like a big sacrifice. I mean, I make about 6 cents per video at this point. So, woo, you know, I think we're up to like $25 a month we make on my YouTube channel from hundreds of videos that I've put up. So it's like a lot of work for pennies. Yeah. If I lose followers, it's cool. What I respect more is people like Nikki Phillippi, who has 1 million followers, and she's being quite honest in a tactful way about what she believes. And to not hide who you are for the sake of money, I find that to be a very respectful thing to do. And she has not been political on her channel really ever, but she's been more honest about what she thinks about things lately. Not that she was dishonest. That's the wrong word. She wasn't dishonest. It's just, you know, it's a good idea to, you know, keep politics separate from your business. But in times like these, when it's just so, it's almost like a test. Like, are you going to pretend to be something else for the sake of money? Like, that's kind of what it is right now. And for a lot of people with large platforms that they actually depend on to support their family, that is what I really respect. So me just being honest on here, like, that's no big deal. I make 25 bucks a month. I think I can, like, that's, obviously I'm not here for the money. It would be, yeah. I don't know what to do. I am just looking, I'm feeling fine. A couple weeks ago, I had a cold. And so it's pretty much totally gone. I haven't been going to church or anything because I still had like a cough and a runny nose. Runny nose is not a symptom of COVID, by the way. It's like pretty much you don't have COVID if you have a runny nose. But I haven't been going anywhere because if I cough, which pretty much my cough is gone today, let's see. Yeah, if I cough, I don't want someone to be like freaked out. Like, just out of respect, I've been staying home the last couple weeks. But I had caused myself a blister from blowing my nose too much. And so because of that, I kind of like toned it down on my skincare. So the last couple days, my skin just looks kind of like dull and tired, and just how you look when you're not washing your face properly, just not glowy and good, clean, fresh skin. So I finally did my skincare today, like fully, but I still just kind of look, you know how you look, you're feeling better, but you have been sick. So I don't know, my face just like needs some color or something. Maybe I'll do some blush. Maybe that'll help. So anyway, hopefully this wasn't too rambly. I just want to encourage you guys to prepare. And that was a long-winded way. I don't know if I'll leave this up. Honestly, yeah, I don't know if I'll leave it up because it's a long story, but if I do a super stupid rambly video, sometimes I just take them down because they're bad for the channel. But I want you guys to prepare. Have food prepared in your pantry, stuff that's easy to prepare, and don't like show the whole world how much you have, because those who weren't as wise as you sometimes can take advantage. That is my main message. And then the same thing goes with, like, we do not know what's coming. We don't know what's coming. So I haven't been throwing away clothing, because if there were a toilet paper shortage again, if you have clothing that's holey or stained, you could cut that up and make toilet paper out of it, and your family would be comfortable, you know? Just things like that. I am cool in it because, pardon me, sorry you guys, we don't know what's coming. Now is the time to cool it on minimalism. Don't be so minimalist that you're toxic. Now, if you have some nice clothes that nobody's wearing, sure, donate those. Don't withhold blessing. If you have things you're not using and you know somebody else could use it, go ahead and bless them. But if you have things that it's like, I don't know, just really be wise about what you're giving away right now, as far as like getting rid of extra food. Like, not keeping extra food and cloth on hand just makes no sense, number one. And that was my main point, is just I just want to feel like I did my best to warn people. It's like the parable of the wise virgins and the foolish virgins who were waiting for the groom. They were waiting for the groom. The wise virgins had the extra oil for their lamp, and the foolish virgins didn't. And then they wanted to borrow at the last minute. And the wise virgins were like, no, there is nothing more important to us than meeting this groom and being in this wedding. We're not gonna run out because you failed to prepare. And as mothers, most people who watch this channel are mothers. A few of you are men, but as parents, we have a job, and that is to provide for our family. Sure, we are to be generous and help others, but don't be foolish, man. Don't be like keeping 1 week's supply of food. That's like insane. I hope that none of my followers think that that's a wise thing to do. I was shocked that this minimalist with a huge channel would tell people that. Like, wow, that was really ignorant. So that was the main point of this video. The second point of the video was just to say, because you can't really talk about prepping without getting a little political, and just to say, yeah, I have political views, you have political views. I hope it doesn't make me lose you as a follower, but if it does, in my conscience, I have to sometimes say these things. Like, I can't not warn people to prepare, because politically, do I think that no matter who wins the elections, bad things could happen? Either side could riot or loot? Yeah. Have a good day, dear. You are precious, dearly loved. Blessings to you, and especially the little one. Yeah. And on that note, I have to put my whole family, my husband and I, and go to the dentist. So love you guys. I hope you know you are good. You are precious. And because 2020 has been so crazy, I've added to that. I hope you are healthy and free. And grace and peace.